watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I watched the HBO Max 4-part true crime series Heaven's Gate, The Cult of Cults. Now, like some of my previous true crime reviews, I give some information about the case, so if you know absolutely nothing about Heaven's Gate and don't want any spoilers, then this is your warning. This is really more of a discussion than anything. This was probably the very first cult I have recollection of. I remember this was in 1997, I was a teenager, and I was scared as shit because these people were committing suicide to vacate Earth before the year 2000, hopping on the Hale-Bopp comet onto a UFO to go into God knows what universe. And I just remember coming from a fear-based religious household thinking, do they know something I don't? Am I supposed to be doing this? I just remember being worried that I had maybe missed out on something, and I was dumb. So I was surprised to learn that Heaven's Gate started in the mid-1970s with two people, Doe and T. And I'm not going to get into that whole thing because the documentary does. But Doe, the man, Marshall Applewhite, who most of us are the ones, he's like the face of it that we all know. He had this messiah complex, and their whole story is this. They thought that they were aliens who came down to Earth, who got in these bodies, or vehicles as they called them, and their whole message was to somehow get back to outer space via UFOs. It was a UFO cult. It just so frustrating to watch because I will just start off by saying I am a non-believer. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in UFOs. I think cults are stupid. And all of this together made me really agitated. And I know that might be a bit harsh to say, or not harsh, but just the fact that I don't believe in aliens and UFOs, it doesn't mean I don't believe that life exists on other planets, but I don't think it's little green men, and that's literally what these people believed in. So like any good cult, they had their fearless leader, and they had their terminology, their levels, their classes, and these people who got involved, it was really hard for me to watch because it's hard not to think, what idiots, how stupid can you be, how dumb can you be to be part of this? But you have to think, they were in this, some of them were members of this group cult for 20-something years, and obviously we all know where it ended up to, the suicide, but going into it, it was pretty harmless. I mean, they just kind of stuck to themselves, they had their beliefs, and they did some crazy things that I won't ruin. Okay, I'll ruin it. The castration thing, I was like, what? Where did that come from? Just some really odd choices, and to be led by Doe, Marshall Applewhite, who is the most uncharismatic, stupid leader of all time. Like, how did anybody follow this guy? It's head-scratching, and I think it's mainly these cults are, I mean, we all know now, cults are, it's about the community, it's about being together. It's not so much about the objective or the beliefs. It's about these people. They were all kind of loners and people who just needed to find a sense of community and be in this group and really love each other. And the fact that they cut off their real family members and friends just made it that much stronger of a group. And when you're with somebody for 20 years, like it's a tight-knit family. And I feel like they just wanted a sense of community and to belong to something and to be with each other. And that's why they stuck in it for as long as they did. So I guess I can't shame them too much, but it just, on the outside looking in, it just seems so freaking stupid. Some of this footage is really creepy. I mean, these people literally look like aliens. They have contorted their bodies and faces, and just, all the women cut their hair. They all look the same. They all try to look alien-esque, and they kind of put on this perma-grin and they just have this vacant look in their eye where they're pretending, are they pretending to be aliens? And to be led by Marshall Applewhite, this guy who is obviously mentally ill, who is, I still don't understand how he was able to get these people involved for as long as some of them were. And some people would leave and they would come back. It's just mind-blowing. I don't want to say stupidity. It's just mind-blowing the pull that a group can have on certain people. I don't know. I just, it's so confusing to me. It's fascinating to watch, and it's so freaking disturbing. At the beginning of episode 4, they literally take a Sound of Music song, Do Re Mi or whatever that song is, and they change the lyrics and the lyrics to their cult and their members and certain things, what they're going to be doing. That's the creepiest part of the documentary for me, the very beginning of episode 4. So overall, it was a good little 4-part series. If you're into cults, you will really enjoy this. I, for one, am not into cults. I'm getting sick of cults, especially this one. It just seems so utterly pointless and sad that this man was able to basically murder 39 other people, and it's just hard. I see where I have this connection to it because it's one of the very first cults I ever remember hearing about, and I just remember being scared because these people did this thing, and I thought somehow it was going to affect me and that I maybe had to do this. So maybe I'm being a little hypocritical here, but I was also 16 years old, and these people were in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. It just is mind-blowing. It's upsetting. I just don't know what to think of it, and it just makes me sad and angry at the end of the day. So if you are interested in this show and you have seen it, it's probably been out for months for all I know, but I just found it on HBO Max. Please leave comments below, and I will respond to each and every one of them, unless you are a cult member. So it's called Heaven's Gate, The Cult of Cults, now streaming on HBO Max. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.